This has been a contentious back and forth for, I want to say, almost a year. The movement to place a ban on conversion therapy began right around this time last year, but there had been a disagreement on whether or not that ban should include a ban on conversion therapy for people who are transgender, non binary. Groups such as the LGB Alliance were pushing hard to ensure that conversion therapy would exclude transgender people. Now that we're seeing this shift back to including transgender therapy, conversion therapy banned, we also have to look at what is the possibility of this getting done at a reasonable amount of time. And that's where things are beginning to look a little more difficult. It looks like this is going to stretch out for some time because, first of all, we cannot get the UK government to basically squash any conversation that denies transgender people their rights. We have also seen a lot of pressure within the government to ensure that transgender people are being treated not as gender equals, but as gender imposters. We've seen people such as J.K. Rowling who have a huge influence upon how things are being done in the UK right now. And it's looking kind of iffy on whether or not this will actually get carried through. This may be just some early promises to kind of smooth things over with Scotland, but with Ireland also, or with Wales also pushing in the direction of trying to create a better place for transgender recognition. And in just a little bit, I think we're gonna talk about Ireland moving in a very similar direction. So it may be that the UK is just throwing out a few little, breadcrumbs to make it look like they are acquiescing to including transgender people in their conversion ban.
It's nice that the hint is that they're removing this because it's really important to remember that conversion therapy does not work. It's
Right.
extremely harmful. People revert back to their behavior anyways after a certain amount of time. But what you've done is you've scarred and hurt them
Mhm.
without achieving your goal. So conversion therapy is a bad thing regardless of what you're using it for. The evidence is out there that it's a very bad thing and it's ineffective, and I'm I'm hoping that UK follows through with this and does include transgender folks in that ban of conversion therapy.
Interesting side note that is, just the irony of it all. The UK actually considers conversion therapy a form of torture, but they're willing to keep it for transgender people.